Hi everybody, Liz here with another book review for you. This one I'm so excited about and I've been waiting a while to share this one with you. It is The Land Beneath Us by Sarah Sundin. Yes, I have an actual physical copy of this book, so no more phone glare, at least for this one. And you can see how truly gorgeous this cover is. Isn't it just like, it's so awash in color and it's just rich and beautiful. This is book 3 in the Sunrise at Normandy series by Sarah Sundin. Now you can read this book alone, but I suggest starting with book 1 because you will love book 1, you'll love book 2, and you will love, love, love book 3. There's a little hint at what my review holds. Now, because I don't have my phone to make the print larger, I have to put my glasses on to read you the back cover copy of The Land Beneath Us. So here goes. In 1943, Private Clay Paxton trains hard with the U.S. Army Rangers at Camp Forest, Tennessee, determined to do his best in the upcoming Allied invasion of France. With his future stolen by his brother's betrayal, Clay has only one thing to live for: fulfilling the recurring dream of his death. Leah Jones works as a librarian at Camp Forest, longing to rise above her orphanage upbringing and belong to the community, even as she uses her spare time to search for her real family, the baby sisters she was separated from so long ago. After Clay saves Leah's life from a brutal attack, he saves her virtue with a marriage of convenience. When he ships out to train in England for D-Day, their letters bind them together over the distance. But can a love strong enough to overcome death grow between them before Clay's recurring dream comes true? Doesn't that sound good? It is. In a word, loved this book. I have read every one of Sarah's books. This blew me out of the water. It is so well written, just so well done. You're going to absolutely love it. It is the final story, as I said, in the Sunrise at Normandy series. But she just brings everything together from that series to sort of conclude everything, and I love that. So let me start then with things that I loved about this book. What I loved is that it was very unique, actually. Leah was a librarian at Camp Forest. Now, it makes sense if you think about it, because soldiers in those days didn't have streaming services or iPhones or anything like that. So what they did in their spare time to sort of, help them forget for a little while what it was that they were training to do was to go to the library and read a book. And so it makes perfect sense, but I had never really thought about it before. So I thought that was so unique, having a World War II librarian for the heroine. And the hero is one of 3 brothers. We see the other 2 brothers' stories in the other 2 books. And he is the 3rd brother that we learn about. The first brother, I can't remember the exact order now off the top of my head. One is a pilot, one is in the Navy, and this one is then in the Army preparing for the D-Day invasion. And they all take part in the D-Day invasion. And it's at the end of this book that the stories from book 1 and book 2 really all come together. Now, I'm not going to say any more about that, except you will find out the resolution of everything at the end of this book. So I loved how it tied up the series and all the tiny little loose ends that were hanging at the end of the other books. They wrapped up nicely in their own way, but you really find out how everything turns out at the end of this book. So I loved that about it. I just thought it was so different and so unique that it just made it a story that's very memorable, that's really going to stick with me for a long time. I also love how she used the biblical story of Joseph going down to Egypt to as sort of an inspiration. It wasn't a literal translation of that story, but there were elements of that in this book, and I just thought that was really wonderful, so beautifully done, so very well done, and enjoyed that part of the book so very much. Okay, so what didn't I like about this book? Usually I can come up with something that I don't like about a book. This one is very hard for me to come up with anything that I didn't like about it. I mean, seriously, this is how well done this book is I love just about everything about this book. I loved the story between Clay and Leah. I loved their personalities. I loved the people that they were. I loved them together. Everything about this story just was so well done and so wonderful. So I very, very highly recommend The Land Beneath Us by Sarah Sundin. Do yourself a favor. Read books 1 and 2 in this series, and then read book 3, and you'll be very, very happy that you did. But 5 stars for The Land Beneath Us. Kudos to Sarah Sundin. So very well done. I know that you will enjoy this book. And if you enjoy these reviews, please like, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment. Let me know what books you would like to see me review. Bye until next time.